Alright guys, I'm going to take a minute and go over DEEZ Cups with you. It's a good day to show it, I think. Just about any day, but I'm trying to do this a little bit more. So tried going over it with just a photo, but it just marked up the screen a lot. You couldn't really see it real well. So this is broken out. This is Thursday's chart, the 16th. So let's just kind of take a quick peek. I'm going to show you how there are, everything's a cup. Inverse cup, cup, everything's a cup. And once you start to kind of see that, it will really help you find where you're at in price, up or down, and kind of help you take away the bias, for me at least. So I'm hoping it'll do the same for you. So let's get in it. So we're going to start at the open right here. If you look right here, very smally, that's a cup. Little cup, bigger cup, then back to the upside cup, but at the same time, downside cup. If you look down here, little cup, but also big cup, and from here to there again, cup. And these three little down candles back here, every one of these little third candles, cup, cup, and then to the high side, cup, back to that low side and upside, cup, cup. Then if you look at it here, cup, cup. Then all these little small ones right here, little cups, little cups. All right, but if you look at it on the big picture, you back out a little bit. So say you're playing a little bit longer. You got big cup. Then again, little cup. It's all about, and then little cup, and then big cup. Everything is a different cup with inside itself, okay? Little inside there, and then the little bit bigger one there. And then if you back out a little bit, you see it all right there. It's just everywhere. It doesn't matter how far you zoom in, how far you zoom out. It's all a cup. You see the next three candles there. Cup. Cup. If you look at it on the bigger picture. Cup. Top side. Cup. Bottom side. Cup. A little bit bigger. Cup. This three little candles right here. Cup. Big side. Cup. Small side. Cup. Cup. And even there's little smaller ones inside of there. Cup. It's going to come back. Don't get stuck looking at the charts, okay? The chart is simply a visual representation of the price at a certain time. That's it. Don't get stuck on trying to keep one way or the other on the charts, okay? All it is a representation of the price and the time. Remember, it is an auction, okay? Big cup, little cup. Big cup, upside, little cup. There's cups inside of cups. Big cups, little cups, inverse cups. It's all a cup, okay? And let's look on the macro side a little bit more. Cup, 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 cup. Then also say inside those inverse cups are regular cups. It just depends on what kind of time frame you want to look at it, okay? Cups. It's that easy. All right, now if we want to look at it on a little bit more of a macro side, right? Cup. 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 Cup, bigger side, right? Then we look at it on the larger side. Look, it's not that serious. See there? That's all this is. It's a visual representation. I know that's trashy, but it's a visual representation of the price, an auction price. Remember that, an auction. What happens at auctions? It gets up too high. People say, no, I'm good. It starts going back down. goes back to a certain price. Gets it down too low, people say, nope, that's too low, I'm gonna start buying. Goes back up, goes back to a certain price. So these prices that you see, let's look on the macro level, a little bit easier to see, right? It's all day long, right? No, this is trashy, but I hope it helps you kind of see a little bit better what I'm talking about here. Everything is about DEEZ CUPS. And I've tried to throw these little affirmations in there, you know, to help you remember this stuff. It helps me anyway. It's that easy, guys. I say it's that easy, but you know, you just don't see things that are right in front of you. You know, that's kind of the perception of this game. That's what it wants to do. That's the whole point of this, is to throw you off a little bit. Because if everybody could seen it all, you know, everybody would have a crystal ball. But try to incorporate that in your intraday positions, and I think it'll really help you. You can kind of see, you know, look, see there, what happens when we break that? We short it. All right. What about when we break this one, right? It's that simple. Right? And these are going to repeat. See, like that one, you know? Look. I just, try to incorporate some of this into your daily. It's really helped me. Like you see, these things just repeat, right? This one, this one, this one, this one. I usually put them in different colors for you, so that's why you can kind of differentiate, but you get the gist. And then if you see this big selling right here, right? How many times that happened throughout the day? That's our seller right there. Boom. 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 That's our seller. So I hope that just gave you a small little inclination about these cups. If you look, they are in everything. Guess that was a little bit off, but you get the idea. Right? I'm not great at showing everything, but I'm trying to do what I can with the perception of what I see, and in turn offer that back. I'm not a teacher or anything. I just struggled with this shit getting started, and if there's anything I can do to keep people from losing as much money as I did starting out, you know, I was down like 80 grand before I really started figuring this shit out. And it was because I just said, you know, I'm going to stop and I'm going to really figure this out. And I started trying to learn definitions. I was like, all right, you know, I know that I'm supposed to do this stuff, but I really don't know what it means. And so I just started learning the factual definitions of all these key terms, phrases, you know, and then how they coincide with each other. Once I kind of learned exactly what they meant, I was able to then put them together and see what they meant and how, and then starting able to actually apply them. But, you know, using the definitions of what you think something is by pattern recognition, that's not always true. You need to look up, you know, the actual definitions and what it truly means. And then you'll say, oh, shit, you know, something will click for you. Damn, I didn't realize that was part of it. And then it was like literally the whole key. So if you've got the time to do that, I would definitely suggest it. Otherwise, you're trying to play a game without the rules. And I can tell you, it did not work out well for me. I can't say what it'll do for someone else. A lot of people have blind luck. I'm not that person. I'm just not. But I hope this helps. If there's anything I can do to make it more simple in any way, please let me know. All right, y'all. I hope you have a good day, and we'll catch up with y'all in the morning. It's pre-market right here on Friday. I set my alarm for Thursday, of course, and ended up waking up at like 10:30 a.m. Boy, I was hot. My alarm was set and everything, but for whatever reason, it did not go off. So, you know, I know that sounds crazy because, like, I just choose not to work, but no, dude. But anyhow, I'll be back for the open today. It's Friday the 17th. It's pre-market now. We can back out here. I won't be able to. All right, I'll follow up with you in the morning.